All right, so if you just open Smartsheet and you're staring at the Home tab, wondering what any of this actually does, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll explain each section of the Smartsheet Home tab in plain English so you know where to click and what to ignore for now. All right, so let's talk about what the Home tab is. The Home tab is not where your work lives, it's where Smartsheet helps you find, open, and manage your work. Think of it like a starting point or a launch screen, not a workspace. This is going to hold everything high level when it comes to Smartsheet. As soon as you log in, this is what you're seeing. All right, so let's get into the left-hand side here. So you're going to be facing at the home. If you click onto notifications, this is anything that you set yourself up to be alerted on, anything that you needed to be alerted on. Search, so if you typed in, say, address, anything that comes up with the title, including the word address, will show up as a optional field that you can look into. Browse, this is a expanded left margin to see, okay, what do I have, what am I allowed to see, whether it's your team or different teams. Anything that's recent that you went into, if you can't find it, you can identify it through here. Anything that you favorited, resource management, that could be anything that's, if your company offers it or if you bought into it, it basically helps streamline some of these efforts for planning, whether you're having multiple duplicate functions and you want to do all of the adjustments in one versus doing it individually. You have your work apps. We'll kind of get to that later. And then you can create on the left-hand side your sheets, your grids, your reports, dashboards, forms, scenario planning. So that is if you don't want to modify your project currently, you can basically duplicate your project without actually impacting the original project itself. Import your Excel files, create a new workspace, portfolio. More options. This is kind of like in your template area. So if you want to not try to figure it out up front, but kind of see what's out there and then modify it later, you can use the templates. All right, next we're going to discuss a little bit about the recents and favorites. Just like on the left-hand side, you have your favorites and your recents. All of these are going to look exactly the same. It's going to be in the center of the page instead. So these are all the things that I've looked at in the past X amount of time. When it comes to your favorites, these are also going to be found here. So what is really getting to the recents? It's anything you visited last. How do you get to your favorites? When it comes to your favorites, these little stars, you just indicate that you now have a favorite. You just click it off. These will now be postmated for your access, right? So if you have a specific sheet you want to go to and you don't want to lose it in the sea of files and folders and workspaces and everything else, this is the best way to keep those high-level view for your easy access. Notifications. In the top corner, you'll see your notifications bell. So they will tell you about your updates, comments, and approvals. You set these or somebody will set this for you depending on the build that you do. And that'll be in your automations or expected rows where you're responsible for something. Somebody set notification to be sent automatically for you when something changes, right? So that'll be in here. The 4 indicates how many notifications I currently have. Anything without a blue is basically I've read through these. Anything that's with a blue, I have already seen and worked through these issues, right? So anything that's requests depends on what kind of notification you have. If it's just an alert, that's what these will look like. If there's a request, you'll have like a follow-up button within that notification that you can work any kind of request that you have. All right, and for these top sections here, again, your recents, your favorites, workspaces. Workspaces basically the cabinet that holds all of the grids and reports and dashboards and all that stuff that you are a part of that cabinet, right? This is going to be a collective amount of people. Portfolios, this is going to be in a personalized version of Workspace. You'll own this. You'll have all that stuff there. If you're looking for anything, whether it's in recents or favorites, and say you want to find grid, you know what it was called, you can pop it up. If there's anything that you can think of, okay, maybe it starts with the letter A, anything that contains that letter A is going to be showing up in there. You can set up filters. If you know it was a report, here's your reports. If you know it was a grid, or a sheet, if you call it that, it'll bring up just those things. Last viewed, if you like card visuals versus doing the list. That's what basically that is. So on top of the additional create button on the left-hand side, you could do the same thing at top right for that create button. Does exactly the same thing, same options, same scenario planning. It's just however you prefer to get to the same result.